Hello everyone, today in this video I'm going to upload my very first book to Amazon KDP. So in this video I'm going to show you all the steps that I'm going to take for me to publish my very first book on Amazon KDP. So if you are someone who is just starting out on KDP and you don't have that much experience in this field, then you are going to find today's video very helpful. So without any further delay, let's start today's video. So I have logged into my Amazon KDP account, and as you can see there are no books published on the bookshelf as of now. So I'm going to publish my first book in this Amazon KDP profile. So to be perfectly transparent, I am not new to Amazon KDP and I have published some books on this platform before. I have sold my previous Amazon KDP account and this is the new KDP account that I have recently started. So with that being said, now let's start publishing our books on Amazon KDP. So I'm going to open this new tab and close this Amazon KDP tab for now. So first thing that we need to do before publishing books on Amazon KDP is we need to install some extensions. So the first extension that you need is DS Amazon Quick View. Make sure to install this extension. Second is use Amazon Search Suggestion Expander, and you really don't need this, but if you want you can just install it. It's called KDP Amazon BSR and Keyword Research SEO tool. So install this extension, and I have got some other extensions installed which helps to make your work a lot easier. So I have got Todoist from Chrome, which is nothing but a digital to-do list that you can install as an extension for your Chrome browser. Second, I have got Stay Focused Block Distracting Website, which is a really amazing extension which helps you to block different distracting websites like Facebook, YouTube, other different websites that you can think of. And I have got this Momentum. So what this does is replaces new tab page with a personal dashboard to help you get focused, stay organized and keep motivated to achieve your goals. So when I open new tab, as you can see this different screen on Chrome. This is due to the extension that I installed called Momentum. So this helps to remove all these distracting links that Google suggests you. So it is also a really helpful extension. And I have also got another extension to block site, to block various different websites. So I have installed two extensions to block the distracting websites, because often I find myself just sneaking into these distracting websites by just turning off the extension. So I am providing myself with this extra layer of let's say security to just keep myself focused. So another extension is called Dark Reader, which changes various different websites into dark mode. So these are the extensions that I have installed. So make sure to install at least two of these extensions, which will be crucial to publish our books on Amazon KDP. So now let's head on to the next step, and the next step is doing our niche research. So before we head on to our niche research, what you have to make sure is that allowing all the extensions that we have installed in incognito mode, because we are going to be doing all our research in incognito mode. So it's very crucial that the extensions are enabled in incognito mode. So now let's open a new incognito tab and head on to amazon.com. So after that we are going to change this address to somewhere inside United States. So it's crucial to change this deliver to address somewhere inside United States to get the accurate results that we need in order to do our niche research. So after that we are going to search for some basic term. So I'm not going to go into absolute detail of niche research in this video, because it is going to be a pretty long video if I go into absolute detail about every step that I take. But I'm going to give you just general broad idea how you can do your niche research in this video. So what I'm going to do is search for a generic term. So let's say it's going to be logbook. So after that, as you can see, it has got 10,000 search results. So if you guys don't know anything about niche research, then 10,000 search results is a pretty high number of search results, so we don't want to publish books in this niche, so we have to further niche down. So let's see some of the niches that we can come up in this logbook niche. So let's take a look at the first book, logbook, large multipurpose with 7 columns to track daily activity. So we have got this large multipurpose logbook. So let's search for multipurpose logbook. So if we search for multipurpose logbook, we can see that it has got 598 search results, which is fairly decent. It's actually fairly good. But let's search in the books section and see. So we can see that there are 2000 search results for this search term multipurpose logbook. So there are actually 2 criteria that you need to take a look at when you are doing your niche research while publishing books on Amazon KDP. The first criteria is that you need to take a look at the total number of searches, and the second criteria is the BSR of the book, and there are other subtle criteria like reviews and other stuff that you can check, but these are the 2 main criteria that you need to consider. So as this has got over 2000 search results, it is a fairly decent number of search results considering KDP has been a lot saturated in the recent days, but we used to target around 1000 search results in the previous time. But as days go by, there are going to be more books published, so 2000 is a fairly decent number. And the next thing that we can take into account while doing our niche research is the BSR of the book. So as we installed the extension called DS Amazon Quick View, it shows us this BSR right in the searches itself, so we don't have to take a look at the individual books. So taking a look at the bestsellers rank, we can see that this book is ranked at 136,000, which is decent. Another at 430,000, which has been published fairly recently. So this shows us that books are selling in this niche. So if we take a look, books are selling in this niche. So another book at 77,000. So we can see that books are selling in this niche. So just broadly taking a look at this niche, we can see that this is a really good niche and we can publish our books in this niche. So let's take a look at one of the books and see some of the details that we need to take into account before we head on to create our interior and cover. So the first is the print length. It gives us an idea how long our book is going to be. It has got 108 pages. We can actually do 120 pages. I used to publish almost all of my low and no content books with 120 pages previously, so we can do the same thing. It's not going to make that much of difference. Language is going to be English, obviously. Publication date, it doesn't matter. Dimension 8.5 by 11 inches. So this is something we need to take into account. So dimension is going to be 8.5 by 11 inches. So as this is a low content book, this doesn't have a look inside feature, but we don't need that because it has got the interior in its cover. So we can simply just create this interior by using Canva, and it's going to be a relatively easy process. Before we head on to create our interior, first of all, I would like to introduce you guys to one of the websites that I used very often to get different graphics, interiors, coloring pages, fonts, and other different elements that I used to create my KDP books. And the website is called Creative Fabrica. So I like Creative Fabrica mainly because of 2 reasons. First reason is that Creative Fabrica is very cheap compared to other websites where you can get your graphics, and secondly, Creative Fabrica has got this amazing licensing option which is called full print on demand license that you can get if you decide to purchase the subscription of Creative Fabrica. So by using which you can upload the graphics as it is without any modifications to your KDP books, which is really an amazing licensing option which prevents you from a lot of headache that you have to go through if you decide to purchase your graphics from other different websites. So let me quickly show you this website and we will move further to create our interior. So I am here in the Creative Fabrica homepage. So you can see there are various different graphics, fonts, illustrations and other stuff that are available in Creative Fabrica. You have also got different SVGs that you can use in your cover file. So if we go to graphics section, we can see that there are various different sections that are available for coloring books for adults, kids, teaching materials, illustrations, backgrounds, KDP interiors. So these different types of graphics elements are available. So if we take a look at coloring book for adults, we can see that there are different types of coloring books that are available that you can use to publish our KDP books. So let's just take a look at this book. So what you have to make sure while downloading these graphics is that you have to make sure that the graphics has got a full print on demand license. So as you can see, this has got a full print on demand license, so we can download these graphics. And if you have got a subscription of Creative Fabrica, then you would be able to download all of the graphics in this website for the price that you pay for the subscription only, and you don't have to pay anything extra. And right now there is a massive discount. If you check the link down below in the description, you can get the subscription of Creative Fabrica at just $4.99 per month, which will be billed annually as $59 per month. So as you can see, this graphic cost $3.90. So if you just pay $4.99, you can download all the graphics that is available in this website, including this graphic also. So make sure to check the link down below in the description. Now let's search for the interior that we found out yesterday and see if we have got the interior for that niche on Creative Fabrica. Although we are not going to use the interior from Creative Fabrica in today's video, because I want to show you guys how you can create your interior yourself, but we are just going to take a look if Creative Fabrica has got that interior. So if we take a look at it, we can see that there is this interior, and this is exactly the interior that we need. So if you have got a Creative Fabrica subscription, you can simply download this interior and you can edit this interior in Canva easily and upload it to KDP. You can just add various different pages in the front of this interior and just upload it without any hesitation. Now let's head on to Canva to create our interior. After going to Canva, we are going to create a design of custom size 8.625 by 11.25 inches. You can see that I have added 0.125 inches in this white section and 0.25 inches in this height section. The main reason for adding this additional dimension is to account for the bleed. Whenever I published books on the old account, I always make sure that I published books by using bleed. I never published books without using bleed, no matter whatever the interior look like. It was mainly because I just wanted to avoid any confusion while uploading the books and while doing the calculation. So if you also always account bleed while you are creating your interior, it becomes a lot easier to upload your books, and there are a very few chances where Amazon KDP will reject your book. So this is one of the reasons I always add bleed. So to take into account for the bleed, what you do is add 0.125 inches in the white section and 0.25 inches in the height section while you are creating your interior. So you can write that down. Add 0.125 inches in the original dimension. So our original dimension was 8.5 inches. We added 0.125 inches in the 8.5 inches. So we get 8.625 inches. Similarly, our original height was 11 inches as we saw while we did our niche research. So we added 0.25 inches and we got 11.25 inches. So you can write that down to avoid any confusion. So it remains same for any trim sizes, and whether you use bleed or no bleed, the cover file remains the same. And we are going to create a cover in a moment. So simply hit on create new design. After that we are going to create our interior. So first of all we are going to add some guides to this artboard. So we want to keep around 0.5 inches of free space in all the four sides. So it should be approximately 0.5 inches. You don't have to be exactly precise. If you are precise, that's good, but you don't have to be exactly precise because it doesn't matter, few millimeters here and there. So after adding these four guides, our interior is going to lie inside this guide. So now we are going to add a table. So simply select one table. So we are going to make 7 columns here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 columns, and we are going to make around 17 to 20 rows. So now what we are going to do is make this third column a little larger than rest of the columns. So the third column is a little bit larger. So now you need to make these 4 columns of similar size. So what you do is select 4 of these columns like this and right click your mouse and hit on size columns equally. So as you can see, all these 4 columns are now equally sized. But before sizing these columns, make sure your table is within this margin and make sure that the table doesn't go below this guide that we created, otherwise KDP will not accept your interior. So after that we are going to again make these 2 initial rows of same size by selecting these 2 rows and columns and hitting on size columns equally. So as you can see, these 2 are of equal size as well, but actually we wanted to make these 4 columns a little bit bigger than these first 2 columns. So we can again resize these 2 columns and make them a little bit smaller, and we can make these 4 columns a little bit larger in size and select 4 of them and hit on size columns equally. Similarly we can just size these 2 columns equally. Now all we have to do is select the rows and size the rows equally. Select option and hit on size rows equally, and our table is now ready. Now all we have to do is select search for a rectangle and just place this rectangle at the top as we saw in the interior. So now we can just remove these guides, and our interior is now ready. Our interior is ready. Now what we can do is simply duplicate this page by clicking this duplicate page option and duplicate it 10 times, and just after you have got 10 pages, download the page in PDF print format. So we want the pages in PDF print format. So after that we are going to delete the first page. Similarly, delete the second page as well. So I have created this basic looking front page of the book. You can actually create something that looks a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, but for this tutorial purpose this will do the work. And the second page is empty, and from third page there is this logbook. So now we are going to download this as well in PDF print. So the untitled design one is the one with this information on the front page. We need to know that while we are creating our final PDF. So now we are going to create our final PDF in a new software, and the software is called PDF SAM Basic. It is a totally free software. So you can just head on to Google and type PDF SAM Basic, and you will be able to download this software for free. I will also provide you the link to this software down below in the description, so make sure to check that out. So after that we are going to go to this merge section and simply drag and drop our downloaded documents. So let's head on to downloads, and let's simply actually this let's just go to add and select these two files. So now what we have to do is duplicate this second file until we get 120 pages. So the shortcut to duplicate the file is Alt 2. So you can simply press Alt 2 to duplicate the files, and just make sure that you have got the desired number of pages here. So we got 120 pages. That is the number of pages we want for our logbook. So after that we are simply going to uncheck compress output files, and we can just select the destination file to desktop. File name is going to be multipurpose logbook, and we can simply save it. So after you hit run, it will be saved to desktop. So now our interior file is ready. To create our cover file, we are going to search KDP cover template on Google. So after you search for that, head on to this website by Amazon. So after that simply fill your book information. So our binding type is going to be paperback, interior type black and white, paper type is going to be white paper, page turn direction left to right, measurement unit inches, interior trim size is going to be 8.5 by 11 inches, and sorry for that, and our let's select this one more time, interior black and white, paper type white, page direction left to right, measurement inches, trim size 8.5 by 11, page count 120 pages. So let's calculate the dimensions and download the template. So after you hit download template, it should download. So it has downloaded the template. So after that, all we need is this png file. So select this png file and extract it to some place where you can find it. After that, you are going to open this png and see the dimensions of the cover. So the overall dimension of our cover file is going to be 17.52 inches by 11.25 inches. So we are simply going to head on to Canva. So after you go to Canva, create a design of custom size. What was the size of our cover? 17.52 by 11.25. So simply enter that 17.52 by 11.25 and create a design. After that, you are simply going to drag this png file and just drop it to Canva. It will automatically upload it. After that, click this uploaded file and simply resize it. It must fit perfectly to the artboard that you created. So after that, we are going to add the rulers to differentiate the spine and the front of the book cover. So make sure to add these guides. You can create your cover without adding the guide, but I like to add the guides and just work that way. If you don't want to add the guide, then you can just work with this cover template, but I like to remove this cover template and work using these guides only. So after creating this sort of template for our cover, we are now going to create our cover in this artboard. So what we are going to do is, first of all, change the background color. So we can just create a black cover this time. So now, since it is a logbook, we can simply, first of all, let's just open the file that we just created, and we are going to download. Actually, it was not. So we are simply going to download one of the page. So download it in PNG. So I think I have downloaded all the pages. So I'm just going to download one of the page, PNG, and I'm just going to download the fourth page. So after one of the page gets downloaded, simply drag and drop it and it will get uploaded to Canva. After that, simply click it to bring it to artboard and just resize it. So now we can add another rectangle. So let's just add a rectangle, this one. So after that, we are going to add some text. So let's add this subheading and name it multi-purpose logbook and change the color to white. So I think it looks good. We can simply increase the line spacing. So it looks decent. So now what we can do is simply download this on PDF print format as well. So the name is multipurpose logbook. Let's download it in PDF format. So now our interior is ready, cover is ready. Now we need some keywords. So let's open Google Sheets. So I already have the keywords for this multi-purpose logbook. If you guys want to learn how to do keyword research, then I will provide you the link down below in the description to the videos that teaches you how you can do keyword research, how to insert keywords on the 7 keyword boxes. So it's a very good video. Make sure to check the description below. So I have already done the keyword research. Actually what happened was, I recorded this video yesterday and half of the portion of the video has got its audio recorded, but half of the portion of the video didn't had its audio recorded. So I am re-recording it. Actually I did all the keyword research in that video, but I thought it would be better to just give you guys link to the video that teaches you how to do keyword research rather than doing the keyword research again. So I have come up with title, subtitle, and I have come up with keywords also. I'm going to show you how you can create your descriptions very easily within just few minutes in this video. So wait for that. So now let's head on to KDP. So I'm going to show you how you can upload your books. So first of all, let me log in. So after that, so as you can see, this was the book that I uploaded yesterday. Actually this was the book that I created for the purpose of the video, and this was the first book, but sadly the half of the audio was not recorded, so I just had to redo it once again. So now what we are going to do is create a new book and select paperback. So in the book title we are going to write multi-purpose logbook. So one of the thing that you guys need to remember while writing your book title is that it needs to be exactly as it is in your cover file or something that is written in the spine. So if you don't have multi-purpose logbook written in the cover or in your spine, then your book will 100% be rejected by KDP review team. So make sure that the title of your book is written somewhere on the spine or on the book cover. So in case of subtitle, make sure that the subtitle is highly relevant and you don't just do keyword stuffing in your subtitle, otherwise your account might get terminated. So this niche that we are targeting has got a lot of different sub niches, so it might seem a little bit like keyword stuffing, but actually I think it's fine for the type of book that we are targeting, because we need to mention these things to the customer for them to decide to purchase the book, and it is not actually misleading. So I think it will be okay this time, but make sure that you don't intentionally add various different keywords just to rank your book. And one of the practice that I always tried to do was that I just made sure that the subtitle was of only one sentence. So I tried to fit all the keywords that I wanted in my subtitle within one sentence. So you can also try that out, and it is always a good idea to just come up with your title and subtitle while you are doing your keyword research. It will be a lot easier to insert it while you are uploading. In this author section, make sure that you don't write the names of any popular personality like Hollywood celebrities or something of that sort. Also stay away from popular authors. So what you can do is just come up with something random and just add publishing or press or publication in the last name. So stay away from anything that resembles any popular personality. Also stay away from any deliberate keywords that you want to rank your books in. So don't use coloring books, logbooks or anything of that sort in this author section also. So I'm going to use White Cold Tiger. Publication. So it is something that is fairly random. So what you can also do is check if the name that you are using has got anything that is already trademarked or that has been used in some popular culture or something of that sort. But as you can see, this is a totally random term, so we can use it. So in the description, we are going to describe the book, and for this purpose we are going to use ChatGPT. So I am going to log in. So we have created this book description by just compiling different items from ChatGPT and just making sure that the things that we insert in the description is relevant to the book that we are publishing. So ChatGPT is a really amazing artificial intelligence writing tool that you can use to create your book descriptions. Just make sure that you don't just copy and paste everything that ChatGPT gives you. Make sure to read it and just edit it to make it relevant to the book that you are publishing. So after writing the description, publishing rights is going to be I own the copyright. Adult only content, no. Reading age doesn't apply. Primary marketplace amazon.com. Categories. So first of all, let's select low content book. Category is going to be, it's going to be business and money. So of category, we can just select something that is relevant. So just select something that is relevant. Actually, the categories section has changed since the last time I published the books. Before, when I published books, there were only 2 category placements that were available at the time of publishing the books, but right now we have got 3 categories, and categories used to look a little bit different Back then we have got non-fiction, fiction and other stuff, but right now it's a little different. So we can save the categories. After that, insert the keywords that you came up with while doing your keyword research. So I am leaving these two fields blank because for the type of book that we are publishing, most of the keywords has already been entered in the subtitle. So there are not many keywords to target. So I am leaving these two fields blank, but as a general practice, it is always good to fill all the 7 fields. So simply save and continue. So we are not getting an ISBN because it is a low content book. Publication date is going to be today's date. Paper black and white paper. Trim size 8.5 by 11. Bleed setting is going to be bleed PDF. Paperback cover finish is going to be matte. So let's upload the manuscript. I think it's this one. So after that we are going to upload the cover file that we created in Canva. So after the cover and your manuscript gets uploaded, it will take around, sometimes it takes around 5 minutes, but sometimes it just processes your manuscript and cover within just few minutes. So let's see how long it's gonna take. So it took around a minute. So let's see the final cover and interior. So this is our cover. Looks good. So this is the interior. So everything must lie within this grayish margin. So all looks good. After that we are simply going to proceed to the next page. So as you can see, the printing cost are going to change from June 20th 2023. So if you are someone who is currently publishing books on KDP, then you probably need to change the pricing of the books that are already published. So as you can see, currently the minimum price that we can set is $3.82, but after June 20, 2023, it's going to be $5.07, which is a massive increase in price. If you are someone who is publishing books at $6.99 right now, which is one of the popular price brackets for no and low content books, you can increase your price to $7.99. So currently, if you are pricing your book at $7.99, you will be making $2.50. So if you price your books at $6.99, you would be making $1.90 right now. But even after increasing price by $1, after June 20th 2023, you would not be making the same amount of money, around 15 cents less than you would be making right now. when you were pricing your books $1 less than previous price. So it's going to change a lot of things about pricing, how to price your books, and probably we are going to talk about that in the future videos as well. So after checking in the pricing, just make sure that the pricing in other Amazon marketplaces is also as per the price that you want your books to be priced at. So this is the automatic pricing set by Amazon based on the main marketplace, which is amazon.com. You can simply edit this pricing also, and you can see the royalties you are going to earn if your book sells in this marketplace. But for this purpose we are not going to do anything now. After that, all we have to do is publish our paperback book and it will simply get published. But I am not going to publish this book because I have already published the same book yesterday, and as I said earlier, I am creating this video second time because half of the video was recorded without any audio, so I have to redo it. So simply I am going to save it as a draft and hopefully edit it in the future. So friends, that was how you upload your first book to Amazon KDP. I hope you found some valuable information in this video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and subscribe to Creative Fabrica if you guys haven't already while the price is still down. And as always, thank you for watching this video. Have an epic day.